Welcome to Reality Math and Science Academy. Today we are still going to continue on our miscellaneous solutions to the problems you have. So this is question number 2. Question number 1, we look at the question that talk about the sum of the ages of a father and a son is 50 years. If the father is 4 times as old as the son, what are their ages? Which we say let y be the age of the son, and the 4 times y, that's 4 times the son, be the age of the father. And last we discover that the age of the son is 10 years and that of the father is 40 years, which made the sum to be 50 years. Now look at this second question. We are told that to find the value of x in the shape below. Now when you look at this shape very well, this shape seems to look like a right angle triangle, though the sign was not indicated, but it looks at a right angle triangle. And for us to find the value of x, we are going to apply the law, the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is as simple as ABC. Pythagoras theorem simply says that, let's call this one A, this one B, this one C. Pythagoras theorem says that the sum, it said the sum of the square of the two sides of a right angle triangle is equal to the square of the third side. That is a square plus b square equals to c square. So that's what Pythagoras theorem says, equal to c square. So if that is the case, if we want to get our a now, we'll say c square minus b square will give us a square. So if we want to get b square, going to be our b square now going to be c square minus a square will give us b square. You get it? But for the purpose of this our work, you see we're giving this side, we're not giving the other third side, right? So that's why what we are going to use in this case is this first formula. I'm going to use this first formula to get this c. That you're going to use a square plus b square equals to c square. That's what we are going to use to solve this particular problem, because the other side was given, this side was given, is the longest side that was not given, right? So that's what we are going to use. That's the Pythagoras theorem. So it's very simple. So what do we do now? It's just to go ahead and use our formula. What's the formula now? A square plus b square equals to c square. Now what's our a square? Our a from this point is 5 centimeter. Our b is 12 centimeter. So our c is x. So this one will be what? 5. This one going to be now 5 square plus what? 12 square equals to x square. Simple, right? So 5 square plus 12 square, 5 square means 5 times 5, 5 times 5, plus 12 square is 12 times 12. So x square is equal to x square. Get it? So if that is the case, we'll continue. Now, 5 times 5 is 25. 25. Then what again? 12 square. 12 times 12 is 144. 144 equals to x square. Yes, so if you don't know square of number, you need to listen to the song, my song on square of number. Maybe it can help you. Squares of number, they are so amazing, so amazing. Squares of number, they are so amazing, so amazing. Can you sing for me? Yeah, I can sing for you. 1 square, 1 times 1 equals to 1. 2 square, 2 times 2 equals to 4. 3 square, 3 times 3 equals to 9. 4 square, 4 times 4 equals to 16. 5 square, 5 times 5, 25. 6 square, 6 times 6, 36. 7 square, 7 times 7, 49. 8 square, 8 times 8, 64. 9 square, 9 times 9, 81. 10 square, 10 times 10 are 100. 11 square, 11 times 11, 121. 12 square, 12 times 12, 144. 13 square, 13 times 13, 169. 14 square, 14 times 14, 196. 15 square, 50 times 15, 225. Squares of number, they are so amazing, so amazing. Can you sing for me? Yeah, I can sing for you. Can you sing for me? I can sing for you. Wow, I'm good. I'm a good singer, man. So I'm also a math musician. So you can invite me for a show if you like it. So that's how we do. That's how we roll. So go and learn. Listen to the maybe listen. Go to our YouTube channels. Just listen to the demo. Yes, so you learn it. So it's very good. So that's it. So we move. So now we are 25 plus 144. So what is it going to give us? Please do the addition for me. So I believe for me we'll be having 169. Yes, if you had it, yes, when you bring it together, you'll be having 169. That's 144 plus 25, 9, 6, 169, so equals to x square. So 169 equals to x square. So we now agree that you can now rewrite it and see x square. You can also agree with me that we can rewrite it as say x square equals to 169 centimeter square. Forget about the centimeter square, because 5 was the question is saying 5 centimeter. Look at the question, say 5 centimeter, 12 centimeter. You get it that when I think, instead of us to be confusing ourselves, at the end of the day, I'll put my centimeter square, because 5 centimeter times 5 centimeter will give you what? 25 centimeter square, right? So that's the essence of that square. So don't be confused, because I multiplied the area. I know that normally area will give you centimeter square, so I don't want to confuse you with centimeter. That's why I left my centimeter alone, so that at the end of the whole work I'll have my centimeter, because centimeter times centimeter will give you centimeter square, right? That's why. You get it? So don't be confused. Now the next thing to do now is to what? Look at it. We have now here, now we got our problem. We have x square, right? And what we need is what? It's x. In this situation, when your unknown is carrying a power, you find the root of the other number, right? The opposite of square is square root. The opposite of square, that's what I mean. What I mean that x square, the opposite of x square is like saying find the square root of x. So the opposite of square is square root. You get it now? So because of that, now we are going to take the square root of both sides. We are going to what? Take the square root of both sides, right? Taking the square root of what? Both sides, because the power is 2. because x is carrying the power of 2. Had it been x is carrying the power of 3, we are going to find the cube root of both sides. You get it? So now the power is carried determine what you are finding. So since it's carrying the power of 2, we are going to find the square root of both sides, right? So what are we doing now? We are finding the square root of both sides. What does that mean? That means that we now put x square into square root equals to square root of 169 centimeter square. Now look at it. So now what will happen is that normally square always cancel square root. So to get it now, square root always carry square. So this has cancelled. We are left with what? X. Then I will now find the square root of 169. You get it now? Square root means look for a number that will multiply itself and the answer will be 169. You get it? Normally, we don't need to centimeter square. Square root of, now look at it. 12 centimeter square will be centimeter because square will cancel the square root. So square root of centimeter will be centimeter square will be what? Centimeter. So what we are looking for now is the square root of 169. The square root of 169. Square root of centimeter square is centimeter because the square will cancel the square root. So now the square root of 169 is our problem. So we start to look for what is the number that can multiply itself, and the answer will be 169. When you start from 1 square, 1 times 1 is 1. So it's not 169. 2 square, 2 times 2 is 4. 3 square, 3 times 3 is 9. 4 square, 4 times 4 is 16. 5 square, 5 times 5 is 25. 6 square, 6 times 6 36. 7 square, 49. 8 square, 64. 9 square, 81. 10 square, 100. 11 square, 121. 12 square, 144. 13 square, 169. It's only 13 that can give you, it's only 13 square that can give you 169. So do you get it now? So you really need, although there are other of our works on square root and how to find square root of number, find square of number we can use a lot. We are going to do some programs on that, but go and watch our video. I think we have 1 or 2 on finding square and square root of numbers maybe. So that's just it. It's as simple as that. So x now, x is 13 centimeter. X is 13 centimeter. From there you can go anywhere. So if you redraw the shape now, you draw it very well. You get it now. You now redraw the shape very well. So look at it now. Here, so here will be what? 5 centimeter. Here will be what now? Here will be what? Here will be 12 centimeter. Therefore, here will be what? 13 centimeter. So that's how it's going to look like. So this is going to be our new shape. This is going to be our new shape. I believe you get it. So this is going to be our new shape. So I hit my face from you all this way, right? So this is how our new shape is going to look like. And let me briefly go through again. I said the problem is this. This is the shape we are having. You can see this is the shape, right? So this is the shape we are having, and look at it. When you look at it very well, see this 5 centimeter. This 5 centimeter. This 12 centimeter. This 8 centimeter. See now, this is a right angle triangle, and the best way to deal with this is to use our Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem says that the sum of the square of the they said the square of the longest sides, which is the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle, is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. That is, the square of this longest size, the square of this longest side, when you look at it, the longest side of the triangle is this C. So the square of this longest side, which is C square, is equals to the square of the other two sides. It's equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. It's equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. That's just the statement. And for us, if we are to look for other, now the longest side is c, so which c square is a square plus b square. Now if you want to find what we're going to be a square, now a square, now you are going to be, you take b square out of c square, so c square minus b square will be a square. What will be b square? Now b square will be c square minus a square, which is b square. But the formula we are going to use for this matter is a square plus b square equal to c square, because what we are looking after is the longest side, which is x. X is the longest side here, so we are looking for x, so x is the longest side, so we are going to use the formula c square equals to a square plus b square. You get it? So that's the formula we used. So, and when we use that, now we introduce what's our a. Our a is 5 centimeter, our b is 12 centimeter. So 5 square means 5 times 5. I left the centimeter alone because it doesn't have much effect. Last to put it. So 5 times 5 plus 12 times 12 is equal to x square. And I further went on and say, I further went to conclude that, I went to conclude that 5 times 5 without fear or favor is 25, while 12 times 12 is 144. So I add them together. The sum is 144 plus 25, 169. So 169 is equal to x square. So from there we move and say, okay, since x square is equal to 169 centimeter square, where I told you the centimeter square is from the word centimeter times centimeter, which gave me centimeter square. So what I did now is if I'm finding, now that I have x square, how do I solve the issue? So since the power is power of 2, when your unknown is carrying square, if you want to find it out, you're going to find the root of that number. Look at it. X square now going to be what is the opposite of square? Is square root. So you can see, finding, what I will do now is to find the square root.